Welcome to Esperance. We've taken the 8-hour drive south from Perth and we're now here in Esperance, Western Australia. We're here for 5 days and ready to go on new adventures and see what this seaside town has to offer. We will be exploring everything from the white sandy beaches to the town centre, trying some local foods, and hopefully we'll see some wildlife. Good morning. So we are just outside our little campsite that we're staying at the moment. We're here at a little caravan park, which is perfect for us. But we're getting picked up this morning. It's worked out really well for us. My family's also down in Esperance at the moment, and it's really good because they all have 4-wheel drives, which we do not, which means that today we can go to a 4-wheel drive access only beach.
First order of business, need some coffee and Sunday.
Wow, this is unreal. Welcome to Wharton Beach. The sand is so white and soft and the water is so blue. I'm going for a dip now. Good morning, we're up bright and early again. We are off to Lucky Bay today. I'm so excited about this one. We are just waiting to get picked up at the moment, so we'll be riding down in my dad's 4B to get there. So from what I've been led to understand with Wharton Bay and Lucky Bay Beach, which are two of probably the most popular ones around here in Esperance, they are both accessible by 4-wheel drive or also by a regular 2-wheel drive car too. The difference is if you take a 2-wheel drive, which is what we have, you have to take the normal road and park up at the car park and take the little beach access path down. With a 4-wheel drive, you have the option to take the scenic beach road to get there, and you can also take the car right down to the beach as well to set up camp. So we just pulled over quickly. My sister was a couple cars ahead of us and radioed over to say that they could see dolphins. So we pulled over and thought we'd get the cameras and the drone out and see if we could spot them.
We're in Lucky Bay, and I mean, look at this.
So I'm just holding onto my hat because it's a little bit windy, but we've just come down to the Pink Lake lookout. Now, we were aware of this before coming here, but a lot of people aren't. The Pink Lake, according to a lot of locals around here, hasn't actually been pink for quite some time now, but it's also a little bit shallow at the moment too because it is in the summer season, so it is a seasonal sort of thing. Definitely worth still coming down. If you're in Esperance, it's not far from the town centre, you may as well come out here and check it out. But just a little word of warning to be wary of tour companies. A lot are doing the right thing and being upfront and telling people that the Pink Lake isn't actually pink anymore. However, a lot are still using these old photos of a bright pink lake in their brochures and in their advertising. So just something to keep an eye out and be aware of if you are going to come down here and you're coming for the Pink Lake. If you are in Western Australia and you really want to see a beautiful pink lake, I would recommend travelling north up to Hutt Lagoon near Kalbarri because that lake is just beautiful cotton candy pink all year round.
Well, this is Don's lighthouse. Don't know who Don is, but he must have been a very small person. Yep, and that's Liz. And that's how high that is. Looks like it's just hit 12 o'clock.
Something tells me it's coffee time.
Well, I got the cold brew. What'd you get?
Iced coffee.
Yeah. And they got a cute cat on there as well.
So we're just going to go for a little walk along the Esperance Jetty now. This is a relatively new tanker jetty. It opened in 2021 after they had to rebuild after deconstructing the old jetty that has been here for many, many years. It was unfortunately no longer safe, so they made the decision in 2016 to pull it down and rebuild.
This jetty is definitely a little bit special. Like, it's not just for the tourists, it's definitely for the locals as well. Like, we've seen locals use it for scuba diving. We've also seen it used for fishing, and and tourists can come down and walk down the actual jetty itself. But you get some really good views from here.
It's so windy, I feel like I'm being pushed back off the jetty. But it's actually really big. It's like, I don't know what I was expecting because I knew it would be big, but as soon as you walk out of the visitor centre and you get your first glimpse, it's like it hits you in the face big.
Now, you wouldn't expect this anywhere else but the UK, but here is West Australia's Stonehenge. Now, these are a one-to-one recreation of what they would look like if they were still standing now. We can only assume what they were originally used for, but this one has the exact same features as the one in the UK, where during the summer and the winter solstices, the sun will shine right through to the center point.
So this is the main town centre part of Esperance, and what's really cool here is that they've created a really safe space for swimming. They've installed these shark nets and also created these little lanes inside of them that you can swim in, which is a really neat idea. Behind me here, this beautiful whale tail sculpture welcomes you to the Esperance foreshore. It was constructed with recycled timber from the jetty that was deconstructed here, and it also features handmade recycled glass artwork by a local artist here in the area as well. If you're visiting the Wave Rock area, you need to come here. I think we found the best kept secret of the WA wheat belt. Behind me is the Lake Magic salt ponds. The Lake Magic salt ponds are really fun. We came and checked it out earlier. It's a man-made kind of lake set within an area that has a natural salt lake, so there's a lot of salt already here. And there's so much salt in the water that it's really fun because you hop in and you just float. I've never experienced anything like it, and I think it might be a bit like what the Dead Sea would be like. I can only imagine. I haven't been there. But you just hop in, and no matter how hard you try to actually swim or sink, you just, like, the buoyancy just pops you back up again. It was one of the most fun things that we've done. We both had a really good time. And the other really unique thing about it that is cool to see is that it changes colour at different times of the day. So earlier in the day, it was really nice and blue, and now it's more of a greeny colour. So it's just cool to check out at different times of the day too. Well, we made it to Wave Rock, and what a beautiful place to finish off this little trip, especially at sunset.
Yeah, but stay tuned to our next one because we've got a lot more planned.